Think your cat's just being moody? Think again. Cats often hide their true feelings, but certain behaviors are big red flags. If you know what to look for, you can spot the signs of unhappiness early. Here are 10 warning signals your cat might be quietly crying out for help. Sign 1. Hiding more than usual. Cats love cozy spots, but if your cat is suddenly spending most of their time under the bed, behind furniture, or in the closet, it's a sign something might be wrong. Happy cats usually rotate between resting, exploring, and interacting with their environment. But a cat that's constantly hiding could be feeling stressed, anxious, or even physically unwell. This behavior is especially concerning if it comes on suddenly or is paired with other changes, like not eating or avoiding you. Cats instinctively retreat when they feel vulnerable, so it's their natural way of coping. If your normally social or curious cat suddenly becomes a recluse, it's time to pay attention. A checkup with the vet and a close look at recent changes at home can help uncover the cause. Sign 2. Unprovoked aggression. If your cat suddenly starts hissing, growling, swatting, or even biting without a clear reason, it could be more than just a bad mood. Unprovoked aggression is often a sign of fear, frustration, or emotional distress. Maybe they're lashing out because something in their environment is stressing them out. Loud noises, a new pet, or changes in their routine. Sometimes pain or illness can also make a normally sweet cat act out. It's important not to punish them for this behavior, but to try and understand what's triggering it. Pay attention to patterns. Does the aggression happen in specific places or during certain interactions? Identifying the cause is the first step to helping your cat feel safe, secure, and more like themselves again. Sign 3. Sudden changes in appetite. A cat that suddenly stops eating or begins overeating is sending a strong signal that something isn't right. Loss of appetite can indicate emotional distress, depression, or even illness. On the flip side, stress can also cause some cats to eat excessively, using food as a comfort. Either extreme is worth noticing, especially if it lasts more than a day or two. Cats are creatures of habit, so a sudden shift in how much or how little they eat should never be ignored. Watch for related signs, like vomiting, diarrhea, or weight loss, which could point to a deeper problem. If your cat's eating habits take a sharp turn, it's time to consult your vet and look into any recent changes at home that could be affecting them. Sign 4. Poor grooming habits. Cats are naturally clean animals and spend a large part of their day grooming themselves. That's why a messy, greasy, or unkempt coat is a major red flag. If your cat stops grooming, it could be due to emotional stress, depression, or even physical pain that makes movement uncomfortable. In some cases, cats might avoid grooming because they're feeling hopeless, much like how people may neglect self-care when they're down. Matted fur, dandruff, or an overall scruffy appearance is not just cosmetic. It's a sign your cat isn't feeling like their usual self. This is especially important in older cats, who may also suffer from arthritis. If you notice a change in your cat's grooming habits, don't ignore it. It's often one of the first signs that your cat is unhappy. Sign 5. Excessive meowing or vocalization. Cats have different ways of expressing themselves, and vocalization is one of the most direct. If your cat suddenly starts meowing more than usual, especially in a distressed, low, or urgent tone, it could be a sign of unhappiness or anxiety. Some cats talk more when they feel lonely, bored, or confused, particularly if they're left alone for long periods. Others may cry out due to physical discomfort or frustration with a change in their routine. Pay attention to when and where the vocalizing happens. Is it at night, near closed doors, or around certain people? These clues can help you understand the root of their distress. Excessive meowing isn't just annoying, it's your cat trying to tell you that something doesn't feel right in their world. Sign 6. Litter box avoidance. When a cat suddenly starts peeing or pooping outside the litter box, it's easy to assume they're just misbehaving. But in reality, this is often a cry for help. Cats are extremely clean creatures, and avoiding the litter box usually signals stress, discomfort, or a medical issue. Emotional triggers like a new pet, a move, or even a dirty litter box can cause anxiety and lead to accidents. It's their way of expressing that something feels off. Sometimes, a physical condition like a urinary tract infection or digestive trouble might be to blame. Either way, it's never something to ignore. If your cat's litter habits change, take it seriously. It's often one of the clearest signs they're not feeling happy or secure. Sign 7. Lethargy or low energy. Cats do love their naps, but there's a big difference between being relaxed and being completely disengaged. If your cat is sleeping much more than usual, avoiding playtime, or showing little interest in their surroundings, it could be a sign of emotional distress or illness. A normally playful or curious cat that suddenly becomes inactive is likely not feeling like themselves. Depression, boredom, or even grief can cause a cat to withdraw and lose motivation. Keep an eye on their daily habits. If they're not responding to toys, treats, or your voice the way they used to, it's time to take notice. Lethargy is one of the most common and noticeable signs of unhappiness, and it often appears before more obvious physical symptoms. Sign 8. Overgrooming or self-harm. While poor grooming is a warning sign, the opposite can also be true. Some unhappy cats begin obsessively licking, chewing, or scratching themselves, even to the point of causing bald spots or wounds. This compulsive behavior is often a way to cope with stress, anxiety, or frustration. It's similar to how humans might bite their nails or pick at their skin under pressure. Common triggers include changes in the household, lack of stimulation, or even feeling ignored. Sometimes, overgrooming can also be linked to allergies or pain, so a vet visit is essential. But if no physical issue is found, emotional distress is likely the root. Watch for repetitive grooming in the same area. It's not just a bad habit, it's your cat's way of saying something isn't right. Sign 9. Avoiding interaction or touch. If your once affectionate cat suddenly avoids being petted, picked up, or even sitting near you, it's a clear sign something's wrong. Cats may become distant when they're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, anxious, or unwell. They might flinch when you reach for them or quietly leave the room when you enter, not out of rudeness but discomfort. This withdrawal can be triggered by environmental stressors, a change in household dynamics, or even a loss of trust. It's especially concerning if this behavior appears suddenly and doesn't improve over time. While some cats are naturally more independent, sudden coldness in a usually social cat shouldn't be dismissed. Your feline may be emotionally shutting down or trying to avoid pain. If your cat's keeping their distance, it's time to observe closely and consider what might have changed in their world. Sign 10. Destructive behavior. If your cat is suddenly scratching furniture more than usual, knocking things off shelves, or tearing through the house like a tornado, it might not just be boredom, it could be frustration or emotional distress. Destructive behavior is often a cat's way of releasing pent-up energy when they feel ignored, stressed, or unhappy. They might be reacting to a lack of stimulation, changes in their environment, or even loneliness. While occasional zoomies are normal, consistent chaos is a red flag. Pay attention to whether the behavior happens at specific times, like when you leave for work or when the house is noisy. Cats need both mental and physical outlets, and without them, they may act out. Rather than punishing your cat, try to understand what's missing in their routine and make adjustments to meet their emotional needs. Cats might not use words, but their behavior tells a powerful story. If you've noticed any of these warning signs, don't ignore them. Your cat could be silently struggling. A little attention, a vet visit, or small changes in their environment can make a huge difference in their well-being. Your furry friend depends on you to recognize when something isn't right. By staying alert and compassionate, you can help your cat feel safe, loved, and truly happy. If this video helped you understand your cat better, give it a like and share it with fellow cat lovers. They might need it too.